This is 7 National News and an our top story. The UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has chaired a meeting of the Cabinet and the Presidential Palace in Abu Dhabi. During the meeting, the Cabinet adopted the National Space Policy of the UAE, the most important element in the national plan to develop the space sector. Discussing the policy, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid stated that the UAE has a strong economy, integrated infrastructure and capabilities that have enabled the UAE to take pioneering steps towards space exploration before the country's Golden Jubilee. The National Space Policy seeks to underline the vital role of the space sector as a catalyst in the development process. It introduces the UAE government's approach, priorities and ambitions in the space sector and stresses the need to coordinate national efforts and channel them towards achieving the UAE's interests in this sector. During the meeting, the Cabinet also approved the establishment of the UAE Council for Climate Change and the Environment, which will be responsible for formulating the country's policy and strategies on climate change, environmental issues and sustainable development. To this end, the Cabinet ratified the Paris Agreement for climate change to diversify the economy and build developing nations' capacities to help curb global warming. The agreement supports the UAE government's role in fostering the use of clean energy and limiting the effects of climate change, as well as through ratifying the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in 1995 and the Kyoto Protocol in 2004. The UAE Embassy in Beirut has launched a new project in Lebanon to distribute meals and clothes that have been donated by several humanitarian and charitable organizations. According to the Emirates news agency WAM, the organizations include the Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan Foundation, the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Charity and Humanitarian Foundation, the Office of His Highness Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed Al Nahyan, the Emirates Red Crescent Authority and Sharjah Charity International. The project is being overseen by the Director of the Humanitarian and Developmental Attaché Office at the Embassy, with strategic partners from Lebanon, including the relief and humanitarian aid organization Dar al-Fatwa, the Social Relief and Welfare Association in Sidon, and other civil society organizations. The project will distribute Eid meals and clothes to over 50,940 beneficiaries, or 10,188 families, and will cover all cities and villages of Lebanon. Public and private sector holidays to mark Eid Al Adha have been announced. Earlier, it was announced that workers in the public sector will get 5 days off for the religious holiday from Sunday the 11th of September and return to work on Sunday the 18th of September. People in the private sector will get 3 days off work, returning on Wednesday the 14th of September. The private sector holiday was announced by His Excellency Sakhar Ghabbash, the Minister of Human Resources and Emiratization. He said the 3 days would combine Arafat Day and Eid Al Adha. Arafat Day, which is the day before Eid Al Adha, is traditionally a public holiday in the UAE. Residents in Dubai are free to give a ride to their relatives and friends as long as they don't charge money for the ride. According to local reports, the Dubai Roads and Transport Authority has launched a campaign to raise awareness among tourists and residents of Dubai about the menace of illegal taxis. Notices have been put up at different locations near the airport and Rashid Port to inform people about the penalties for operating illegal transport, creating panic among many residents that giving friends and relatives a ride could put them in trouble. However, Abdullah Yusuf Al Ali, the CEO of RTA's public transport agency, clarified that people are free to give a ride to friends and relatives without being worried about being penalized. According to the RTA, the campaign is aimed at protecting commuters and safeguarding their rights, which might be compromised by unauthorized taxi operators. Any unauthorized pickup and drop-off of passengers in exchange for money is considered illegal in Dubai, and the penalty for such an offence varies from 20,000 to 50,000 dirhams. And in a bid to help reduce travel time and ease traffic congestion, a new Sharjah to Dubai slip road was opened by the Ministry of Infrastructure Development yesterday. According to local reports, the 200 million dirham road will serve motorists commuting from Sharjah towards Dubai and will help ease traffic congestion, especially during peak hours. The slip road is part of Al-Badiyya project implemented by the ministry with the aim of developing the intersection of Emirates and Maliha roads in Sharjah. 3 lanes stretching across 2 kilometers have been added before the slip road to absorb more vehicles traveling from Sharjah to Dubai. The slip road, completed as per schedule, is one of a series of road projects. Some have already been opened and others are currently underway. These will reduce traffic bottlenecks, especially with the start of the new academic year. Dubai municipality is warning residents against using street butchers for animal sacrifice during Eid Al Adha next week, saying the practice poses health and environmental risks. Quoted by a local daily, the head of the municipality's abattoirs section urged people to slaughter animals at official abattoirs, saying that temporary abattoirs had been set up in Al Khawanij and Al Kuz, along with a new hole in Al Ghasais, which had a capacity of 300 animals an hour. The temporary slaughterhouses will be open to the public from next Monday morning, and in the evening will be open to charities. Other Dubai slaughterhouses are available in Hatta and Lisili. He added that the temporary slaughterhouses will be open until the 3rd day of Eid Al Adha. With colorectal cancer now the second most common and fatal cancer in the UAE, health experts and campaign workers highlighted the importance of regular checks and early detection to eliminate the occurrence of the deadly disease. During a press conference to launch their new health awareness initiative in the UAE today, senior doctors from Zulaikha Hospital and leading health experts from the United States stated that their Watch Your Back health campaign is aimed at raising awareness about the occurrence of colon cancer, as many in the UAE are not well educated about the disease. While colorectal cancer occurs mostly in people aged 40 or older, doctors stress that with early diagnosis and regular screening process, the deadly disease can be prevented. As both men and women are prone to getting the disease, health experts warned the UAE public about the need for a healthy lifestyle and maintaining a proper diet to avoid colorectal cancer. Although the lifetime risk of developing colorectal cancer is about 1 in 20, doctors suggested that colonoscopy and blood test is recommended yearly for everyone starting at the age of 40 to eliminate the possibility of the disease.
We want to bring awareness to the people to come for early diagnosis. We will show the ways, what are the symptoms, what causes it, and so that the people know everything and they come forward, not at the last stage. You see, any awareness program better than treatment. Prevention is always better than treatment. So how do you prevent? These things were not available before. We could not carry this to the people, but now the research is so advanced and there are so many facilities for diagnosis that we can easily take it.
What's interesting about colorectal cancer is that it's a preventable problem. And there are 2 approaches to preventing. One is lifestyle changes, which are very hard to do. We know from the United States, losing weight, obesity is a risk factor. Diet that's low in fiber, vegetables and fruits is a risk factor. So that's something that people can change. Tobacco use is also something that can be changed, but there are only a limit to the impact of those changes. Very important, but what goes hand in hand with changing one's lifestyle is screening, because what screening can accomplish will be to make an early diagnosis, either of a pre-malignant polyp, which is a growth that's not yet malignant, but oftentimes goes on to become a malignant cancer of the bowel.
During the launch ceremony, a pledge was taken to raise awareness about removing social taboos attached to various diseases such as colorectal cancer and ensuring that everyone is aware about the risks and treatment opportunities. The campaign was launched in partnership with the UAE Ministry of Health and Zulaikha Hospital, where residents can avail the use of free health checkups as part of the campaign.
First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Zarikha Hospital for taking this initiative and doing this campaign, and specifically Dr. Zarikha for her attendance and being here and taking part of the campaign. The Ministry of Health is always supportive of the private sector in taking such initiatives, and I would like to say that if we can do it together, there will definitely be prevention, and prevention is always better than treatment.
And finally, in the bulletin, with the announcement of the Eid Al Adha holidays, many local attractions are stepping up their game and offering a number of activities and special offers to keep those staying in the country entertained. For the petrol heads and adrenaline junkies, Yas Marina Circuit, which is located on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi, have announced a number of special offers this Eid Al Adha holiday. In addition to the extensive year-round program of professional and grassroots motorsports events and experiences, including the popular Dragon Yas track nights, the circuit has emerged as a thriving hub for entertainment and community events in the UAE. For those that want to experience the thrill of driving on this iconic circuit and race around the home of the Formula One Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the circuit is offering discounts for their Jaguar F-Type and Mercedes AMG driving experiences, as well as for the SST passenger experiences, with the offers to run until the 17th of September.